Hey folks, it's Bishopheals from UCF Forums and also Vape TV. Baby, I'm here because, hey man, when GG calls for help, Bishop answers, man. That's for sure. Today in the forum, I've been meaning to do this video because they've been asking me how to do a nice, decent coil on the Penelope version 2 without having any issues. Well, version 1, let's say. Okay, it was version 1. Yes, sorry. Too much work all day today. I just got home. Forget it. I need some coffee. I need to vape. Oofa. My Penelope's just kicking ass, baby. Just totally kicking ass. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to break this down. I'm going to show you how to achieve this great vape. Forget about it. Woo! And these are my dual razor edge coils. Yes. On ribbon wire, baby. Forget about it. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, I have 3 pieces of wick as well as my 2 coils and my Penelope. Oofa, forget about it. So let's get started. Now you just got to do this the way I'm showing you right now, because I'm telling you, if you're going to deviate from it, you're not going to get the same results, baby. You're not going to get the same results. So, looking at these 3 wicks right now, these are 3M silica wick. Now, I've bought many of these wicks. I'm already getting down to the last bunches that I have. So, they don't saturate well, okay? And it happens. So, what I actually do, okay, with these wicks, is I torch them. Yeah, I actually torch these wicks, okay? And that's what we're gonna actually do on here, because you know the worst thing is if you're actually vaping on VG juice, okay, and you're trying to pull and it's really dry. But this is what we're gonna use. We're gonna use a torch, okay? So let's set up the freaking barbecue, baby. Forget about it. So I'm gonna pinch this wick right now, and I'm gonna be torching this little thing. Forget about it. Ooh, yep. Ooh, I could just feel and taste this vape, baby. Forget about it. So we just want to torch it, you know, get it a little bit orangey and stuff, and that's about it. So I'm gonna be doing that with the others, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to look at these coils. All right, now they're about almost 1 ohms. They could be about 0.8, 0.9, but close to 1 ohms. Okay, we're going to use for each coil. Now, what I'm actually using here is pure silver, okay, and ribbon wire. Yes, ribbon wire. I'm using 0.5 ribbon wire on these as I'm focusing up right now for you, baby. Check it out. You see how short those junction points are? Ooh, they're going to be hitting you really hard like cinnamon titties, baby. Literally, I'm telling you right now, just like cinnamon titties. Yeah, baby. And here is the Penelope. Ooh, the queen. The beautiful queen, I tell you. Oh, she's the best. She is the best. Look at her. At her grace. The Almighty. Forget about it. Oh, ooh. So let's screw this out. Yes. Now, on this right now, let me just remove the ring so I can show you. Okay, now I keep that a little bit loose. Oh, wait, I have a wire a little bit trapped in there. Let me take that out. Yep, because that's from me locking it in. I kind of lock it between a little plastic without having the wire, the non-resistance wire, touching the positive pole. It just gives me more of a secure connection. It's just my OCD. What can I freaking tell you? Okay, you don't have to do that. That's one of my own thingies. But now with this wire, what I do is I'm about to wrap this around the wick. But before I do, let me show you what I do. Okay, I pinch my thumb on the junction point. Yep, you see that? I pinch it. Pinch it, baby. Yes, pinch it. Like Jafar! Okay, so now let me focus that up. Now, you see that? Now, I add a little bit of resistance to it. You see that? I snug it around the wick. That's right. Now, and I'm using the resistance wire portion as I do that. Okay? It's very, very, Very important. Okay, I snug it. Yeah, I squeeze it. Just like, you know, cinnamon titties, baby. You just want to slap that shit, squeeze that shit, forget about it. Vape that shit, suck on that shit, taste that shit. Oh, yeah, forget about it. So now here we go now. All right, so we got about 3 to 4 wraps out of that silica wick. Okay, so I'm just snugging it in, okay, using the 2 junction points and just squeezing it a little is all what I did. And that's what you get. Okay, now we'll do the same with the other one. We extend the non-resistance wires out a little bit, and now we do the same with this one. Let me get the wick. Ooh, no, runaway wick on aisle 1. Forget about it. Let's put that on the side. All right, same thing. We're gonna squeeze that junction point with your thumb, just like that. Give it some resistance. Squeeze it on the wick. Okay. Now these are 3M wicks. Keep in mind, 3M silica wick. Okay. No equal, no equal. Forget about equal. Okay? I'm not using cotton for this delicate build. I am using silica. Plain silica. Learn how to use it with silica before you start experimenting with other things. Forget about it. Take my advice. I'm telling you. See? Look at that. Now, this is the next thing what you want. You want your nail clipper, and you want to make bow ties. Look at that. Look at that. Who said GG wasn't fancy or elegant? Forget about it. Look at that. Bow ties. That's right. We'll do the same with the other one. Okay? There's a method for my madness, my friends. So, okay, this is how I do it. Okay? So I make beautiful bow ties out of them. Yes, bow ties. Yes. Bada bing. So now we extend the non-resistance wire, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to be mounting it, okay? Yes, we're going to be mounting it. And that's how they look, okay? So now let me get the ceramic. Yep, and I'm going to start inserting one of them in, all right? Make sure very gently you push down your leads, okay, your negative and positive leads on the sides, very gently, and just hold it down with your finger and make sure it's in the center, okay? You want to make sure it's in the center. So you look down and you see it's a little bit off the center, so we'll take a flat screwdriver, and what we're going to do is we're just going to gently push it onto the side. See, just like that, bingo, problem solved, okay? That's it. Now, what we're going to do is make sure, inspect it, look at it, make sure it's still in the center, which it is, okay? Pull down the leads very gently. Take the third wick that we didn't apply any coil or wraps to, and we're going to be putting it very gently onto the top, just like that. Look at that. And you're going to use your finger to press down on it, okay? Just like that, okay? Now we take the other coil. And you want to hold the other coil on the wraps, okay? On the position of the wraps, just like that, okay? And you want to gently just put it right on the top, okay? And when you put it on the top, you press down gently with your finger, and very gently you move the non-resistance leads, because their silver is what I'm using. I'm using pure silver. They're the most delicate things. They're like little babies, I tell you. They can break very easily. Yes, yes, yes. I'm telling you, children are perfect. It's the parents that fuck them up, I tell you. Forget about it. Anyway, getting back to this. So here's a little gap, and what I like to do is I love to snug it around, okay? But I do not add pressure onto that post. I don't want the wires to be touching that post. So I just do a very, very easy 360 loop, but I don't have it touching the post. What I do is I use the torque with the plastic to tighten it up, and I leave the wire pinch onto the plastic without it touching the positive post. If it touches the positive post, you'll get a short, okay? And that's not what we want here, okay? So see, right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use well, first let me cut the lead, okay? Tighten it up a little more, and I'm going to use a pair of pliers. Now, I would recommend using some tape around the needle nose, but I've been doing this for such a long time that I just do like a very short 3/8 of a turn, and then I loosen out the nut. That's it. That way, you know, my negative's a little bit more secure. Okay, that's one of the things that I do on this version of Penelope, as well as Odysseus. I do the same exact thing. Um, so now, after that's done, and keep in mind, if you don't have to do this, you don't have to do this. This part you don't have to. You can just leave it off on the side channel, which is okay. Me, I'm a little OCD, so I do that. That's all. So now we're gonna work on the positive. I'm gonna be pinching it onto the. Yep, I am going to be closing it up right now. I kind of like use the torque as a guide, and then I do the turn, and then after that I tighten it up with the nut. I cut the tail off. I push up the O-ring. Now, usually I put some Vaseline on the O-ring, but for this example, I'm not going to put some Vaseline on the O-ring. I'm going to show you how to do it without it. But before we put this onto the base of Penelope, before we mount her on the throne, we need to trim the wick. Yes, I like to cut it right up to the O-ring. Yes, just like so. Up to the O-ring is what I like. Yes, that's my preference, okay? If you guys want it shorter, that's okay. If you want it longer, well, you know, it can't be that long, okay? Because otherwise you're going to have some issues, okay? But that's how it's supposed to look. How's that look? Forget about it. Ooh, look at that. Nice and straight. Ooh, look at that ribbon. I can just taste it, baby. I can just taste it. So, anyway, let me push this down a little bit, because the other thing that you want to make sure is that you don't have the wick protruding outside, because if it's outside, you know, that's what's going to happen. It's going to touch the mouthpiece, the juice control, and you're going to get a short, okay? And you want to avoid that. You don't want to have a short, okay? So you want to make sure it's you know, pushed down, okay, but not to the point that's going to clog it, okay? You need to have enough room in there, okay? That's important, because how the heck are you going to vape, okay? So keeping that in mind, okay, we have to move forward, because let me tell you, my mouth is just getting so juicy. I need to vape this freaking thing. Forget about it. Ooh. So now what we're going to do is very gently we'll mount it on the base. We screw it on. As we screw it on, now once you feel some resistance, you got to stop, because you don't want to go too far into it, because you'll snap the coils. Yes, you will snap the coils, and you want to avoid that. You just want to go enough that that positive pin is sticking a little bit out or flush. Now, being that I'm going to mount this on a GG device, I don't have too much to worry because of the pin. The pin would actually, you know, touch that with no problem whatsoever. So now we'll put in the control ring. Okay, screw that on tight, like so. Then what we're going to do, let me get my GGTS. Then remove it off my IATI. Okay, so now I have my GGTS, as you can see. Ooh, my brass GGTS. I love this baby. Forget about it. Ooh, wow. Now I'm going to put nothing but the best. I'm going to put my orbs, my SX22 Ultras. Forget about it. These things hit harder than cinnamon titties in your face, baby. Muff driving that shit. Forget about it. Ooh, wow. Yup. Put that on. Slap it on. Now, as I insert this in, we have to do a dry burn. Okay, we have to test the coils. We have to make sure they fire up properly. And we have to measure the ohms after the fact. So this is what I do. And we're going to prime the wick at the same time. So key thing, what I say, prime the wick. It's very, very important. You have to prime this wick. Okay, forget about it. But first things first, let's fire it up. As you can see, she's firing up very evenly, and she can light a whole freaking house. Look at that bulb. Unbelievable. Look at that. It's like a freaking flashlight. Oh, this is the power of GG. Woohoo! The power of GG. Ooh, these Greek people, I tell you, man, don't they know how to make stuff or what? Forget about it. Emio, man. Ooh, unbelievable. I'd like to know where he gets his ideas from. Oh, Unbelievable. That boy can come out with some major designs, I tell you. Phenomenal. So, anyway, like I said, let's prime the wick. Oh no! Oh no! I'm out of cinnamon titties. Shit! I'm out of cinnamon titties. That's okay, because I have COV's vanilla cream, baby. Forget about it. Oh yeah, vanilla cream. Alright, let's get this puppy on. So I'm going to put a few drops in here, about maybe, 6 to 8 drops or so, 12 drops, because I need to saturate the wick, okay? And we're going to do a dry burn on top of that, because we need to find out how many seconds it will take before the coil starts lighting up, because that will determine how much of a chain vape you're going to get out of it before you get any nasty dry hits. And that's the thing, you don't want no nasty dry hits. So if you want a chain vape, say past 5 seconds, you're going to get it with this build. There's no question about it, because let's check this out, baby. All right, let's fire this puppy up, because this thing is going to be phenomenal. All right, we're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, 13. Now we started seeing a little bit of a coil lighting up at 13. So that means, okay, I'm going to add a few more drops and then we're going to do it again. Okay, but it already tells me that I can vape even 8 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds with no problems. Now, this is without a tank, though. Keep that in mind. So when you have the juice control open and the tank is flowing with juice, you're not going to have this problem. Believe me, you're not going to have this issue. But you just want to know, okay, and safeguard yourself ahead of time. Now, if those coils are lighting up within a period of 3 seconds, 4 seconds, then there's a problem with the wick or there's a problem with the coil, okay, and it would need to be redone. But as you can see, I mean, it is firing up freaking beautifully, totally beautiful. Okay, there is enough heat, enough vapor. I could just taste it. I'm smelling it right now. Oh man, I'm smelling it right now. So now, okay, so here it is. Well, before I put it on here again, let me put it on my ohm meter. And like I said, it's like each coil would roughly estimate about 1 ohms each. So it should be close to 0.5 ohms, give or take 2 or something like that. And oh, look at that, almost 0.5. Not bad. Okay, that's precisely where it should have been, like 0.5, but 0.49, close enough. I kind of measured them close to 1 ohms each coil. So put it on here. It's a little wet because I dripped some juice in there. Now it's a little bit flooded. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit saturated, but now she's starting to hit. It was just a little bit saturated, but it's getting there. The wick's got to be broken in. It's a new set of wicks. Voila! Like I said, it just needed to be broken in. So let me add some more. Oofa. Great vapor, great taste. So guess what? Forget about it. Bada bing, let's seal the deal. Let's put this on. Let's finish it off. So now we start adding the rest of the juice. Now this is all organic VG from Clouds of Vapor, what I'm using on here. This is vanilla cream. I ran out of cinnamon titties. I ran out of cinnamon titties. Rob, send me some cinnamon titties, baby. Oh, okay. So, put that in. Now, this is what I do. I leave the juice control closed, okay? May add a couple of drops in there just for good luck, for measure. Okay. And I vape on it. Now, if you're putting this on the GGTS, like this, okay, leave the air control open, completely open, okay? And now, if you rest this base on top of the cap, you have full air control. Yes. It's a little fluttered, but that's okay. Juice control is closed. We're going to dry it up right now. Oh, man. Getting there. That's a vape, fellas. There's no denying that. This is GG. It's fucking vape-alish. Woohoo. Vape-alicious. That's what I wanted to say. There you go, Dino. There you go. There's the new created word. Vape-alicious. 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 That's right. We got to add it to the thesaurus now. Oh. So, this thing is kicking really freaking good, man. I feel like I'm on a bunny train right now with a bunch of bunnies at the... Anyway. And juice control still closed. Still closed. Okay, now I gotta open up the juice control. Woo! Now I gotta open it up. But I created the vacuum effect. Vacuum effect is on. Okay, juice control open. This is what I like to do. I want a little bit of a stiffer draw so I can suck up some more juice in those coils. And we're back in business. Forget about it. Delicious, man. Delicious. GG. Forget about it. So I hope that helps you out, dude. Just do what I show you. Forget about the best that you can. And practice makes perfect, I'm telling you. But this, phenomenal, man. This is the queen of GG. The queen. Ooh, on her throne. Soon to be Proteus. Yes, soon. Proteus. I know everybody's been hitting me. Bishop, did you get Proteus? Do you have Proteus? Can you show us Proteus? Emil has the Proteus locked down in his vault and key, man. Forget about it. Oh, unbelievable, this guy. So, with that, I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the vape, live hard, and vape hard. Forget about it. And of course, if you have any questions as far as wrapping coils on these GGs, forget about it. Just hit me up. I'll be more than happy to give you a video for it. Forget about it. Ooh-wah.